I believe that life is a collection of seconds or even moments. About a week ago, my family and I were traveling, and my daughter was sitting in the passenger seat, and I'm listening as I drive to one of my most favorite leaders on YouTube. And I could almost see her looking at me through my peripheral. So I quickly glance over at her, and as I'm glancing, she's almost simultaneously asking me a question. If you could ask this leader one question, what would it be? So that was a thought-provoking question. I said, well, baby, I've got to think about that one. So I drove about 10 or so miles, and as I was driving, maybe 100 or so questions popped in my brain, and I finally landed on one. I said, you know what, baby? I got it. So if I was to ask this particular leader one question, here's what I would ask them. I would ask them, what did it cost you to be the leader that you are? You see, we go through life and we see leaders, we see celebrities, we see people who we admire and admonish, and we see them at the top of their game. And we never ever think about what it cost them to be the leader that they are. And can I be honest, most of us just want to be at the place that they are, and we never want to pay the dues. And you see, the dues can come in different size, forms, and shapes. It could come at the loss of spending valuable time with your family. It could come at the loss of you spending your valuable time and you losing time to do the things that you love to do. It could come with blood, sweat, tears, so many things that come as a result of the cost of trying to make it to greatness. You know, it's said that it takes 10,000 hours to really be a subject matter expert in any particular thing that you do. So that question was so good, I have to be honest. I sat with it for a few more days. And as I sat with the question, I thought to myself, you actually have been able to ask your favorite leader the one question. You know, I call it my David moment. That moment when you're simply just going out to do a good deed. And just like David, he was going out to do a good deed and he faced his Goliath. And I was going out to do a good deed, and suddenly I found myself staring down the barrel of a gun. Yeah, as you probably can imagine, most people that experience something like this, it could be traumatic. It could have you in a situation where you experience so many different emotions, things such as fear, numbness, anxiety in the moment. Yet I didn't experience any of that. What I did think of is, have I told the people that I love them lately? I wonder how my family will feel once they find out. Things that actually mattered to me. But as I turned my head from the barrel of the gun, there was a question that I asked my most favorite leader. And here it is. The question that I had was, is this how it ends? I mean, like, really, is this how it ends? You see, I had spent so much time trying to live right, trying to be right, trying to serve people. And I just couldn't see my life ending the way that it was about to end. So thanks be to God, I made it out of that situation. But let me be honest, over the years, as I have matured and as I've grown even more in my faith, I often consider, what if the role was switched? What if God asked me every day, is this how it ends? What if he asked me, did you take advantage of the time, the resources, and the relationships that you've been given? Or did you spend time just focusing on yourself? Focusing on things that does not even matter in life? What did you spend time watching and waiting? Or did you spend time investing into others? Did you spend time just surfing through the internet, looking at worthless stuff that doesn't add any value to your life? You know, I like how Ralph Waldo Emerson says, he says that your destiny becomes the person that you decide to be. Who have you decided to be? So here's the challenge, or rather a question for you. How are you managing your time, your resources, and how are you managing the relationships? Because you have to remember, tomorrow is not granted.